Hello, and thank you for your interest in working with us. We're looking for someone who can do manual searches for asins that are hard to find. We're looking for those asins that would not come up in an automatic search. Let's start with a demonstration. You will have an Excel sheet with many UPCs and product names. So let's go to the first one. We'll do copy, go to your browser already with the Amazon.com site, and let's paste it. Sometimes you will see that there will not be automatic matches. That just might mean that a 0 needs to be added at the front or at the end. But you will get used to seeing the formatted UPCs, and you will be able to automatically determine if a 0 is needed. Okay, the first thing you need to notice in your search results are the ratings for each product. You should only be concerned with those listings that have ratings. So in this case, we had 5 results, and out of those 5, only 3 will need to be inspected. So let's click on the first one. The first ASIN or listing is sold by Amazon, as you can see right here. We are not interested in this, so we go back. Now let's go to this listing, the third one. Okay, this is sold by an independent seller. Let's go check the ranking. This is 360,554 in beauty. We are not concerned with this, so we need to move on. The third ASIN that we see that has a rating actually is not a correct match. You can see it's coconut lime, and the actual product name that we're concerned with, as you will see in the Excel sheet, is the Brazilian nut. So be careful. You want a very strict match. We don't want another flavor, another size, so make sure that you are working very aware of the exact name of the product. So let's go back to the Excel, and now let's do a search by text. Okay, so you copy it and you paste the name, and now you need to make sure that it's that you delete any punctuation, dashes, or if it has an ounces, also make sure you delete the unit name. You only need the number. So in this case, we don't have a size on the name, so we're just going to go with the Brazilian nut and make sure we deleted the comma. Okay, now we have entered. All right, sometimes it's going to be difficult for you to see if these results are the same as the ones from the UPC, so from the UPC search. So just click on it. Make sure again that you only click on the ones that are exact matches and that they have ratings or stars next to them. So in this case, let's click on the first one. Again, this is the sold by Amazon. We saw it before, but you need to click on it again to ensure that that's the correct match. Now, a second match we see here, we click on it and it's sold by an independent seller. That's a good sign. And then we go and find the seller rank. It's 42,000, which is less than 120,000. So this is a great match for us. Copy the ASIN and paste it on a free cell. Okay, so let's go back and see if anything else matched our query. And this is not a match. This is not a match of the product name. It's something else. But look, there's another one down here with a good rating. So let's click. It's by an independent seller. Good sign. But the rating is above 120,000. So that is not good for us. And we move on. This has no rating, so ignore it. This one doesn't have a rating either. So we're done with this search. You can move on. Okay, next UPC. As I told you before, eventually you'll become used to seeing what the correct format for the UPC is. This seems like it's not missing any numbers, so let's see if it's a direct match with something. We copy, we paste, and yes, it was. That's good. Click on the first result with a star rating. Oh, good job. This is a good one. We copy and we paste the Asin in a free cell. Go back to your searches. Don't forget to search under customers who bought this item. You should have been doing this all along on each search. In this case, we have, remember to look at the name, Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive Clear. That's the same name right here. Let's click on it. It's a good match. It's not sold by Amazon. It's sold by another independent seller through FBA. Go down, check the rating, the rankings. It's 10,000. That's less than 120,000, so it's good for us. Another nice match. Copy and paste. This is what we're looking for. Those hard to find Asins. Okay, let's go back. In your initial results, we see two more results with stars. Let's click on the second one. This is sold by Amazon, so we are not concerned by that. Here's where the critical thinking part lies. Most of the time, if you see packs of multiples, you might not need to search unless they are a good rated product. This has stars, so even though that is sold by Amazon, you should check the packs to make sure that to see if they're well rated. This is not well rated. It's above 120,000. Neither is this. The pack of 8, nope, not popular. Pack of 9, neither. Pack of 10, nope. And pack of 12, also above 120,000. So we can exit and go to the next result with stars, which would be the last one. Here, sold by another seller that's not Amazon, but the rating is above 120,000. So our next step is to search by text. Copy the name of the product, paste it. All right, so again, you might see similar results, but it's necessary for you to check again. This is 108. Let's see if this is do we have this Asin? Let's check. It ends in 9BS. Yeah, we already have it. So we move on. Well, always remember to be checking. This is a demo and I'm trying to get through it, but you should, on each hit, you need to check customers who bought this item. Check this again. It seems to match. All right, not sold by Amazon. Nice. Let's see, do we have this? TQ0, we already have that. So good job, but we need to move on. Back to your search results. All right, we checked the first one, let's check the second one. All right, we saw this before and we checked the pack, so we can move on quickly. This is not a match. This is a match with stars, so let's go in there and check. Sold by a different seller, but the ranking is above 120, so we're not concerned with that. Let's check this one with 2 stars. Above 120,000, not concerned with that. And it seems that you are done with this search. Let's move on to the next UPC. Copy, paste. Okay, so we have 3 results with stars. Let's click on the first one. Okay, this is sold by a third party and the rating is good. It's below 120,000 and we like that, so we copy and we paste. Remember to look at customers who view this item. Okay, remember you need to read the title, Mark Anthony Strict Curls, Curl Cream 6 ounces. This seems to match. But remember also, you don't want to copy any Asins that don't have a seller on the buy box. If it says available from these sellers at the top, this is not a good listing for us, so please ignore it and go back. quickly look and see. This is 8.3 ounces in a different product. This is 6 ounces and it matches the product title. It's sold by a third party. Let's look at the ratings. It's a little bit above 120, but let's skip to our 120,000. Let's not go beyond that. Okay. All right. There's another 6 ounce listing here, and also does not meet the criteria. Okay. Let's go back to our main page. A second listing with stars available from the sellers. It needs to be ignored. Okay. So next, third listing with stars. Okay, so by third party, again, above 120,000, we're not concerned. So we're ready for a text search. You copy it from the Excel, you paste it. Remember to delete the unit, in this case the ounces, but leave the number. There are no dashes or punctuation, so you're ready to click enter. Okay, we have a few matches with stars, so let's go to the first one. Available from the sellers, this needs to be ignored. Second match. Okay, third party. This is a good listing, under 120,000. So you paste it on the Excel, and let's move on. You should be checking this even if it's repetitive. Not the sponsored products, not that, but the customers who bought this item also bought. Remember to look carefully that it matches the title. Available from the sellers, you will see repetition. Just make sure you don't copy it twice, or that you. Let's look at the results page again. Let's look at the second. This is the one we just saw. Let's move on to the third one. Okay, 149,000. It's not a good match. Next, 99,000. All right, you could copy that, but make sure you don't have that. It ends in I4E. I4E, it's already in your Excel, so move on. Next is with a star. It's above 120,000. Next. Okay, this is above also. And it seems you have no more stars. So move on, okay? The next, UPC. Copy and paste. First result, we see sold by a third party, fulfilled by Amazon. It's a nice listing with a 4,000 ranking. That's what we want to find. Okay, that's a very easy match. You can search here, make sure you learned. This is the forest, the other maximum 2.8. This is dusk, natural. This is something else, so you can move on from those suggestions. Let's move on to the second result. Okay, this is a third-party seller fulfilled by Amazon. It's a nice rating, under 120,000, and so we're going to copy it and paste it. All right. Next, we see another result with stars. Okay, this is 50,000 rated or ranked. Copy and paste. Now, when you see multiples, make sure that they are matches. Sometimes they're gonna be different. It's a listing for a different fragrance, so that would not concern us in this case. I want to go back to the first result for a minute, and you see there's a two-piece that we forgot at the first time, so that's very important. If you see a two-piece That's a multiple we want to explore, but the rating in this case did not work. So let's move on. It seems like from these search results, we already clicked the 3 with stars. Now we're ready for a text search. Copy from your Excel, paste, remove the unit name and punctuation, and click enter. All right, so we have the first result that we saw before. We copied that before. We saw the 2 piece that didn't work, so we move on to the next one. Okay, this has stars, so you want to click on it. We already copied this, so we move on. And again, look at this. The reason we didn't look at the variety here is because instead of being a variety of the same product, it's a different fragrance. So let's move on. The third search result, we already copied, so we can move on. We're doing well. Now look at this. This is very interesting, and this is actually what we are aiming to find. This is a variety pack that includes the forest fragrance. So that is your ideal listing. This is what we want you to find. As long as the product that you are plugging into the search bar is included in the variety pack, then that is something that you need to copy as long as it matches the other criteria of being sold by a third party and being ranked less than 120,000. So let's copy this Asin. This Asin is gold for us. This is the goal. I'm going to highlight it so you understand how important this is. This is what we're looking for, because this would not come up in an automatic search. So we're doing really well right now. Let's go back, and remember, right now because of the demo we're going fast, but you should in each click be looking at customers who bought this really quick. You should get used to spotting the correct product. Like right here, see, this is the forest. You need to be looking at the image, at the title, at the size. This is a listing we're familiar with. We've seen it. This is the third time we see it, so you can move on. All right, we are doing really well here. Now, be very careful. See, in this search result, we find a a listing results with many stars, but it's a different product, so you do not need to click this. And these other results don't have stars, so we need to move on. It is time now for the next UPC. Copy it, paste it, and we click on the first result with stars. It is sold by a third party. It is well rated. It's an easy result. We copy, we paste it. You should be looking at customers who also bought this. Now we're looking at the fragrance Dusk. This is Dusk, but it's a different product. See, it's a grooming cologne, and we're looking at the deodorant. So this is not something you need. Let's move on to the second result with stars. It's 123,000, so ignore it for now because we want you to stick to the criteria. So let's look at the 2 piece. It's not well rated. Please move on. The third result. The picture is slightly different, but it is a deodorant and it is Dusk. It's the same fragrance, so let's look at it. It's not well rated. Check what this variety, what this is, and this is a different fragrance. So that's not what you're looking at. Okay, let's move on. We have a few more with stars. Not well rated, move on. Not well ranked, I should say, not well ranked. And this does not seem like a straight match, but the title matches, so let's just look at it really quickly. It's not well rated, well ranked, so This is not good. You can move on really quick. Very quickly, you'll get used to seeing what it is that we're looking for. We have one more result with stars. Let's click on it and see here. This is a good example for us to stumble upon. When there's rankings that have many multiple categories like this, please ignore it. It needs to say one category like beauty, or just one category at the top with a ranking. That's what we're looking for. So this is not ranked and we have to move on. Now we're ready for a text search. Copy from your Excel. Remember to edit the title to remove any extra words like sticks or ounce, but keep the number. Remove dashes and punctuation, and now click enter. All right, this is a sponsor result. You still might want to check in case it's something we missed. Okay, it ends in R74. We already have that result from before. Okay, let's look at the next result. This seems to be the same. It's the same listing, so you can move on. All right. Okay, this has stars. We've seen this before. It's slightly above our cutoff 120,000 ranking, so move on please. Next result is a two-piece. It's 29,000 in beauty. See what I'm saying? We're not concerned with multiple categories like this. We want only one at the top. So it's 29,000. This means you need to copy this Asin and paste it into your Excel. Okay, let's go back. See, we again find a golden listing, which is a variety pack in which your fragrance that you're looking for right now is included. See, it's the dusk. So we want this again. You can copy it again, and this, even though it matched the previous UPC, it matches this UPC as well. So this is gold. This is what we're looking for. Let's move on. Remember, you're also looking at the customers who bought this item also bought. Okay, let's click on the few other. We have like 3 or 4 more results with stars. This is a bad ranking. Let's move on. Bad ranking. And there's no actual ranking here in one category. We saw this before. We are not concerned with that. And then we seem to have one more because this does not match. This is just a sponsor product that doesn't match. Okay, this one we saw before and it ranks it's a bad ranking, so, and this is not matching the product, so we can move on to the next UPC. We are almost done, and thank you for watching this video in its entirety. So let's enter this next UPC and let's see what this has. Bad ranking, move on. Bad ranking, you can move on. Bad ranking, you can move on. And then the last one of this listing is also a bad ranking, so let's go back to our search results page. All right, so this is a good listing. It's a straight match. Copy and paste. Let's go back. Okay, this is sold by somebody else that's not Amazon, but it's above our criteria of 120,000 ranking. We have a few more results here that might work. This is 215,000. We can move on. Let's look at one more with stars. It's 358,000. That's not good. Let's do a text search. Remember, paste, remove unit names, remove any other punctuation, and click enter. All right, This is the wild fragrance that we're looking at. This is, let's see if we have this Asin. It ends in FNGG. We already have that. Okay, let's move on. You should also be looking at this section. Customers who bought this item also bought, and we do not see any wild fragrance there, so we can move on. This is the golden listing. So we saw a variety pack, and we saw it twice before, but doesn't matter. You put it again because it includes your new fragrance, Wild. It's sold by a third party, fulfilled by Amazon. That's okay, it's different. If it says only sold by Amazon, we don't want it. But if it's sold by someone and fulfilled by Amazon, we do want that. Okay, it's below 120,000, so it's beautiful. We click, we paste, and just for the sake of this demo, I'm going to highlight it because I want you to understand how important this job is of finding the variety packs, all those Asins that do not come out automatically. Okay, this is what we want. Okay, in these search results we seem to have one more. Oh, and look at the difference. See, we have the same variety pack, but one has stars, one doesn't. If it does not have stars, you do not need to click on it. We have one more result with stars, and it's badly rated. And so you can probably move on once one is badly rated. You can check, but you can check quickly is my point here. Okay, we're ready for our next ASIN. I mean UPC, excuse me. Okay, we checked all those with stars, and now we have our next UPC. Okay, 3 results, only one has stars. Let's click on only that one. It is sold by a third party, but the ranking is badly. So now you need to do a text search. Copy your text, your title, paste it, remove the ounce name, keep the number, and enter. We have a few results here with stars. The very first one, we saw it before, it's badly rated, badly ranked. The second result is sold by a third party, fulfilled by Amazon, and the ranking is below 120,000, so we want it. That's a very good result. Difficult to find, so I'm gonna highlight it. This is what we're looking for. We'll go back. You should remember, for the sake of this demo, I'm not showing you every single customer who bought this item, but should be doing it every time. None of this match your moves, so let's move on. We have 2 more results with stars. Look out all the way to the bottom of the page, but oh, we already saw this one, so we only have one more. And even though it's by a third party, it is badly ranked. So this concludes your demo. You found amazing results, not just your automatic UPC matches. We went by title. We remember to remove those extra terms that impede a good search, and you were so careful to look at the title name and the picture that you try to find those amazing variety listings that we're looking for, multiples, varieties, sets. Okay, so at some point you need to kind of feel like you are one of us and that you're really invested in finding the best possible ASIN matches, not only by UPC, not only by title, but any variety pack that includes the UPC you're looking for. So thank you so much. If you feel that this is something you can do on a daily basis, we would welcome you to our team. We have a lot of work to do, and this is just a very brief example. Obviously, once you get the hang of it, it will be a lot faster, and we hope we can work with you. Thank you so much.